right, welcome. It is October 11th. I can't believe that we are already in the second week of October. Welcome, everybody. I'm Tina Kadish. I'm your business coach, author, and speaker. And what do? I empower women to leave their corporate job and find joy. My new website, my new name, I should say, is From Job to Joy. So that's what I do. I help you to go from your job to finding joy with your career, starting a business, a successful business that will generate prosperity, that will generate fulfillment. The money is good, but just the money is not everything. Okay. You want fulfillment, you want joy. And so I'm all about helping you to find your freedom and joy within yourself. All right. So I started this community about 1.5 years ago, for those of you that just came in tonight for the first time. And I wanted to create a community of women like yourself that are either in the corporate world, looking to leave, and some of you are there because I know you. Some of you are already in the entrepreneur space. Okay, a new Toy Johnson was coming in. And she is from Georgia. Boy, we have a lot of states tonight. Anyway, so I wanted to create a community of women in that same space that are looking to leave, want to start a business, and what are some lessons learned for those of you that are already an entrepreneur. And for me, I'm already an entrepreneur, but I was in the corporate world and I know what it's like to be there. Hi, Coach Toy.
Hey, I'm finally on.
You. I know you were having some technical issues.
Well, I was just trying to do something on a different computer, but anyway,
okay.
It's all good.
Okay, awesome. Well, glad to have you. And if you can be on video, that'd be great. All right. So what I want to do is under a minute long, real brief. Where are you tuning in from? And where are you in your journey? In a corporate, looking to leave? Are you an entrepreneur? If you're not, like, what are you doing? And if you're brand new, what brought you here tonight? Tonight's topic is crack the code to a positive mindset. I think that having a positive mindset, and I know especially now with everything going on, and it's challenging out there. It could be challenging out there. Okay, so we're going to talk a lot about mindset and how, having this conversation with Sharella today. It starts right here. And I actually had a conversation today with the mindset coach. And he basically said, if you don't have your mindset straight, you can do everything else, strategies, all the tactics, go out and get a website, go out and get everything, but you don't have it straight here, nothing's going to work. And this is a guy, an expert in mindset coaching. He's been on Forbes, he's been on Thrive Global, he's been on he's from Romania. And he said that. And I'm like, that's absolutely true. That is so true. And something he shared with me today that I was like, okay. And makes sense. But I'm not going to share it right here. Not that it's negative or anything like that, but I was just like, kind of like, has to do with mindset. So I'll share that as we're having this conversation in this tonight. But why don't we start with Suze? Where are you tuning in from? Where you are in your journey? And what brought you here tonight?
Tina Kadish.
Well, thank you. I love you, Suze. She's like down the street from me, literally. And we're
neighbors, and we met on another networking group. And I just think she's rock star.
Well, thank you. And
I really do.
And the group that we attended was hosted by somebody in Florida, and we live like literally down the street from each other. It's just amazing.
It is wild.
It is wild.
But real quick, again, my name is Suze Pinto. I live in Redding, Connecticut, and I am in the health and wellness space. Loving it. Really excited. Have been involved on a part-time basis doing it, and I took the plunge. I literally left my full-time job because I was done, and I'm not sure if anyone can relate to this, but you get to that point where you spell the word. When you're DONE, you're done, and I was. And I'm very excited about my journey and what I'm doing and meeting some incredible people. But what's most important is I'm an individual who uses and promotes a science-backed anti-aging solution. and it's very, very exciting. But what's most important for us all to remember is that you need to address your health from the inside out,
Right.
and
That's
the
right.
rest will come. Thank you.
That's right. And the rest will come. Okay, we have someone else coming in. Okay. All right. Let's see. We have someone coming in, Regis. Okay. Regis is connecting. Okay, great. I put my calendar link. For those of you that don't know me, want to get on a call, that's my calendar link. And I'll also put my website. But anyway, let's go with Marissa. Marissa, take it away.
I have seen them, the Watcher wrote. Once I know their names, I will call.
Oh, you
them.
can mute yourself,
Mute.
Regis. And if you're not speaking, you can mute yourself, please.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, go ahead. Go, Marissa.
Hi, everyone. My name is Marissa.
Starring Naomi Watts.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Derek
Hey,
and Maria
Regis.
House in Westfield, New Jersey.
Okay, I muted and it's going, okay. All right, sorry, Marissa, go ahead.
My name is Marissa Yates. I'm a portrait photographer in Austin, Texas. I currently work full-time as a social media manager and am now, I've had my photography business for 5 years, but like Tina said, I had all the things, but I didn't have the mindset. And now I'm getting the mindset. And so now I see myself as a full-time photographer, and I see where I can take my skills. And yeah, that's what I literally do all day, every day now.
Good. And so would love to hear as we get into the topic on what was that shift and what was the turning point that you made that decision? Because we've talked before, we've had conversations and there was hesitancy and there was a lot of mindset going on. And so hold on to that and we'll have that. All right, discussed. All right, Sharella, take it away. Unmute yourself. Okay, good.
There we go. All right, we're good. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Sharella Lee. I'm here in Tampa, Florida. I'm a digital marketing director. I'm an entrepreneur. I left corporate about 6 months ago because, as Sue says, I was done. Done. And I was just not getting what I needed. And I know that I was born for much more than to just follow orders and be in an assembly line. So I decided to step out on my own. And currently I'm working with clients to help them develop websites, work on ad strategies for their businesses, a little bit of social media marketing as well. But overall audience growth is really what I specialize in. So nice to meet all of you. As Tina said, I spoke with her today. I am so excited to be on this journey and happy to meet you all.
And happy to have you on our journey. Thank you so much. And thank you, Coach Toy, for referring Sharella. So
Yes.
Thank you so much. All right, Amanda.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Tina.
Hello again.
Congrats on your rebranding.
Thank you. Check it out. I'm so excited. I put the website in there right now.
My name is Amanda Reed. I'm in North Carolina. And I had been on a corporate career path for the past 7-8 years and recently quit cold turkey, my previous job in early August.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's me too, baby.
She's brand new.
Yeah, so suddenly I have all this time to think about myself.
And your business that you're going to create.
Right.
And you're getting there.
So still formulating, trying to really hone in, what's the audience and the niche of my business, but I'm doing web design. And Sharella, since you're in digital marketing, I would love to talk to you.
Yeah, that's good. And you could network and perhaps Sharella can give you some great tips because she's been doing it in her business for a little bit and can share.
Absolutely.
And as you're trying to figure things out, Amanda, as well. So great. All right, Lisa, all the way from Kenya. And you look good. Look at you, 2 o'clock in the morning. You're like all looking pretty.
Thank you. I have to look pretty for this. So
Go
thank you
ahead.
for having me.
No
So,
problem.
well, I started my journey a while back, about a year back, when I left college. So I started working online as a virtual assistant, and now I'm looking to sort of niche down to work with people who want to sort of manage their online business, and I like to help them do that. And I guess that's what I'm trying to create right now.
Awesome. Okay, good, good, good. All right, Chandra, all the way from Texas too. Take it away, Chandra.
Yes, my name is Chandra Thomas, and my and my business is Chandra's Food Adventures. I admit I'm currently taking a break from social media, but I did what I did. If you'd like to follow Chandra's Food Adventures, you can click on that link in the chat, and I will have my email list, but I don't have that with me, unfortunately. So
Well,
yes.
how can somebody connect with you? So you put that info. Chandra, you have right there. Good. So Chandra is all about food. She demos food. She shows recipes. She has a food blog. So Chandra is all about the food. And so that's
And
great. Go ahead.
I now have a YouTube channel.
Awesome. Put it in there. Very
Okay,
good.
I'll find it.
Absolutely. Great. We can follow you, subscribe to you. Very good. Thank you. Coach Toy.
Hello, good evening, everybody.
Hello.
I'm Coach Toy, AKA the No Sugarcoating Coach. And just another shout out to Sharella and Marissa, because I've seen you guys before, and Sean too. Marissa too. What is it? From
Yeah.
your previous events. So hope everybody's doing well on the panel today. And essentially my primary background is HR. That lovely place where you either come in the door smiling, or you may go out the door and you're not smiling with the box in your hand.
Except for me. I was smiling right out the door.
Right. So from the corporate side, I'm actually a certified life coach. I've been doing that since 2018. And also beyond motivational speaking, keynote speaking on career development, professional development, personal growth and development, and of course, on the corporate side, organizational development, helping organizations with their current employees. And last but not least, I am newly a podcast host, 1 year plus anniversary. My podcast show is Speak to Me First podcast show, Speak to Me First podcast show. You can find me on wherever you get your podcasts, including Anchor FM, Google, Spotify, you name it, it should be there. So if you're interested in being a guest, let me know. And I already put in the chat my website.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. And thank you, Chandra, for putting your YouTube. Yeah. And if for those of you who don't know how to save the chat, there's 3 dots in the chat box there. Click on the 3 dots and you'll be able to save the chat. And once the meeting ends, you'll be able to get it sent to you in a folder. All right. You won't be able to miss it. All right, Sean, take it away, Sean. Okay, Brittany is coming back.
I am so sorry. I'm so sorry, everyone. Exactly what am I doing? What do you want me to do on this?
Yes, tell me a little bit about you. Where are you in your journey? And I know you're coming all the way from Colorado.
Yes, I am in Colorado, ladies. It's awesome to be here. I'm on what I call an entrepreneurial journey. I have several businesses right now. 2 of them are Pepper Chef and Tupperware, and those are what I call my kitchen essentials. I also have other businesses. I have a financial business and a legal shield business. So I believe in making impacts, and I think that it's really important for an overall view of life in general. And so that's the reason why I've chosen to build so many different businesses. I really believe in what I'm doing and those impacts and empowerment for especially women. I have a really, really strong sense of womanhood, not just because I'm a woman. I just believe in what we do as women. And so, yeah, and that's the
Awesome.
reason why I fight so hard as a woman to empower other women.
Very good. Well, so great to have you here. Make sure you put your info in the chat so we can connect with each other.
Sounds
All
great.
right, Regis, I was just getting to you to introduce yourself and you have to leave. Can you talk? Or you have to leave? All right, he might have to leave. Sorry, I have to leave. All right, Regis, if you can't, then hope to see you next week. Brittany.
Hello.
Hello again. All right, Brittany, welcome back. All right, tell us a little bit about you.
So I'm also in human resources, and it's very much different with the pandemic and the inflation. So I'm seeking out different groups to see any new compliances and rules, just so that I know for my rules and policies at work that I'm on the right track.
Okay.
And hopefully, you know, one day I can start a bookkeeping business, but right now I'm just learning.
Good. Well, thank you so much. So you found me on Meetup on this group, right?
I did, yes.
Okay, good. And was it the topic that brought you here?
It was business and corporate women.
Okay, good. So you're in HR. I was also in HR, so I know a lot about HR and compliance and training. And Brittany, would love to have you. I don't know if it's your background noise, but Brittany, put your info in the chat and maybe we can connect and you know, could share more stuff that I've gone through in HR and we could share stories. Would love to do that. So I'll put my calendar link in again, because if you go out and come back, you might not see it. All right, so here's my calendar link to connect with me. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome sauce. We have everybody. All right, so mindset. And I said earlier, it all begins here. And we want to talk about positive mindset, but how many of you are finding it right now to have a positive mindset with what's going on? And I'm not talking about politics or anything else. I'm just saying, like, right now for you, where are you right now with mindset? Are you finding it a challenge or not? Or what are some things you've done to shift your mindset that others here in the room may want to learn from? Because this is a real broad topic. And tonight I'm going to talk about some things that I've done. And I'm also going to talk about some types of mindset and get into a little bit about beliefs, because mindset really stems from our beliefs too. Beliefs are what we think are true, what we believe, okay, to us, okay? And everybody has their own beliefs about anything, okay? Like, I'll share after my belief around money. You know, money is a powerful thing. Money is something that we all, I don't want to say the word need, because that comes from a scarcity mindset. Again, it begins here, okay? When we say the word, we need money, we're coming from a desperate state of mind, okay? Instead of saying, I welcome money, money's coming in. I'm grateful for the money that's coming in, okay? Thank you for the money that's coming in. All right, so it's the language that we use too that is so powerful. So you want to be mindful of the words that come out, the thoughts, the words, the actions come from our beliefs. So if you think about a circle, beliefs is at the beginning, then we have our actions, okay, our behavior, really, and then the results. And then we wonder why. We look at the results sometimes and we say, what had just happened here? Okay, because I don't know what just happened. Why do I seem to be attracting all of the negative things? Or we may be attracting the wrong people in our life, relationships, the lack of money, or money's not coming in, clients are not coming in. Why is that? We're not in the right job. I can't find the right job. Why is that happening? Okay. Those are all our thoughts that we have. And I know for me, I grew up in a scarcity mindset, always negative about money. My father, my mother always put fear in our head. It's always a rainy day. It's never sunny. And money's the root of all evil. Only the rich get richer. And I really believe that money was the root of all evil. And I always believe that only the rich got richer, and we're not rich. So therefore we're never going to get money because we're not rich. We're just a regular middle-class family. And so I always believed that. And guess what? All of my life and into adulthood, there was always a lack of, because I always had that mindset. What's the point? I'm going to work, but I'm not going to get it anyway because I'm not rich. The rich are going to get it. I'm not going to get it. So guess what? The universe gave me what I kept saying. So I would always worry about it, always struggled about it. I was even teaching my kids about it, and they had the same thing. Now, luckily, my son thought differently than me, but my daughter was exactly like me. And she was always worried and struggling and had that scarcity. And she was the one that was struggling. My son shifted, my son always had the mindset, yeah, and even to today, okay? And it's different, okay? And I saw the difference. So I'd like to hear from you, like when you think of mindset, like what are some things that have happened to you over the years? What is, mindset, mean to you? And, if you're challenged right now, tell us. Let's see how we can help each other. Who'd like to share?
I think mindset to me has to be well organized. Depends on the conditions, really.
So the conditions, so your mindset is dependent on the condition. Okay, what is
Whether it's
everybody,
good or bad.
good or bad? So what do you think, everybody? Mindset is conditioned upon the conditions.
I think it very well can be positioned, depending on what you're going through. I do believe that. But I also believe that you have to be very careful not to have the mindset of a condition that you don't want to have in your life. And the thing that I'm learning, and I'm learning this in my older age. So anyone on here who is, I could tell you guys, I don't mind telling I'm blessed. I am very blessed that I actually am going to be the age that I'm going to be on Friday. I'll be 58 on Friday.
Oh, I beat you on that. I'm even older.
Okay. But anyone who is younger, if I would have known, they say this all the time, but your mindset is so critical. And I am just now gathering so much of the critical aspect of it that you cannot allow your conditions to dictate your mindset, because it's very detrimental and is destructive. And I do that a lot. Even for me, excuse me, I may do that several times a day still. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, our mindset will kick, but it's dangerous.
It is dangerous. So Chandra, whenever you're in a situation where things are going, they're not going the way, like expectations, we have expectations. We want things to go a certain way. And when they don't go a certain way, we're disappointed. And then we get into that, I knew it wasn't going to work. You see, why do I expect things? It's not going to work anyway. So I'm not going to go there next time. I'm just going to expect disappointment. Or I'm going to expect it's not going to go my way, because whenever I put my hope in something, it doesn't work that way. But you're already saying the words, your beliefs, you're already thinking it and saying, well, things are not going to go well. Because I would say that to myself too. I would say it out loud. I would say, well, why am I going to work hard? I'm not going to get rich anyway, because I'm a middle-class woman. I'm not going to get rich. So why should I work harder? because the money's not going to come, because money doesn't grow on trees. Got to save for rainy day, which is, I believe in saving. Okay. But that was always the beliefs that I had. So you want to be careful, Chandra, that you don't make it the condition. It's like the weather. So when it's rainy outside, you're going to be in a bad mood. But if it's sunny outside, you're going to be happy. No, it's being the same or being happy or believing, having the positive mindset, because we're talking tonight, in spite of what you're going through, in spite of the challenges, and looking for being in the space of gratefulness, no matter where you are right now. And it may not be good. Trust me, I know. But even in that, you gotta find something to turn you around. Like, I'll give you a perfect example that happened to me on Sunday. Sunday was a full moon. Suze was just telling me that earlier. And my son and his girlfriend broke up after 2 years of being in a relationship. And I really liked her. And I was disappointed because I expected them to be together and get married and give me grandchildren. Because, that's what I expected. And why shouldn't it happen, right? I want to be a grandmother. End of story. It's not about my son. It's about me. Okay. Not about my son. I mean, about me. It's about him. So I had that expectation. I had that belief. So then it was destroyed. It was disappointing. And I immediately got really annoyed. I was like, what the heck is going on with me? This is not about Tina. This is about my son. So whenever you're going through something, no matter what, you got to shift your mindset. And I recognized the real reason why I was upset. It's because I wanted them to be together to give me grandchildren. That was the deeper reason. I didn't care. I just long as I can have grandchildren. That was not the right place. Coach Toy is smiling. I wanted grandchildren. And now it's like, okay, 2 years wasted. Now he's got to start again. And
He said 2 years wasted.
Right, 2 years wasted. Exactly. 2 more years wasted. Now I'm like, oh my God, I got to wait longer now. Who knows? I released the expectation. And this is what I shifted my language. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it's okay. If I'm meant to be a grandmother, I will. If I'm not, oh well, I won't. Life goes on. As long as we're healthy, he's happy with the right person. That's all that matters. But we can get into those conditions that we have those expectations. And so when we think of mindset, we have these expectations and it brings us down. It really does. Anybody else want to share some of their mindset stories? Chandra, thank you for sharing. Go, Suze.
I'd love to. Just prior to the call getting started, I was sharing with Tina some, I have a very dear friend of mine, who shared a little bit about the blood moon on Sunday. And the reason I'm bringing this up, I mentioned to Tina, is that it really does have a lot to do with mindset. And the one thing that that she shared with me is this is a time right now from this blood moon. And what she did stress, what I didn't know about, it's usually the 2 to 3 days after where things really start to change and shift. And what she talked about is this is a time to restore and replenish yourself.
That's right.
So what does that mean? We all need to be restored, right? We're like, think of yourself like a piece of furniture, right? Everybody needs to be restored at some point in their life. And the other thing is to kind of keep your focus on the light. And what is the light? The light is all around us, right? There's opportunities. That's part of it. But what I found most interesting about it is that the restoration is attached to something very intentions. By setting your intentions, it helps you to overcome those outer forces that can impact you in a negative way. All right.
Right. That's
And
right.
what she basically said, which is what I want to really share with you, is the shift of energy in your being is when the restoration begins.
Mm.
And part of the time for, we're all human, right? And we already tend to kind of not go out of our comfort zone, right? So try to shift your routine a little bit, throw something in, do something a little different, and you just don't know what may come from it. And it's quite enlightening.
I love what you said about replenish and restore. So now it's time for us to replenish, restore, change, and go with the change. Go with that flow. Okay. Chandra just said earlier, she's taking some time off from social media. She needs to replenish. She needs to refuel herself. She needs to maybe reassess and where she wants to go. It's a good thing to rest. It is okay to not be doing all the time. Okay. It is totally okay. I know Brittany had to leave, or I think she's having technical issues, but it's okay. Okay. And when you embrace the mindset that everything's going to work out the way it's meant to work out, is something that I've learned in my journey, and that I wanted to share with you tonight, is that embrace that mindset that things are going to work out. Okay. The way it's intended. Like I just shared my story about my son, whatever's intended, it's those intentions. Sue's just said it, intentions. So what are your intentions every day? Every morning when you wake up, what are your intentions for the day? Instead of saying, well, I'll see how it goes, how I'm going to go. It's okay to go with the flow, with being adaptable, but is your intention every day to be, okay, this is going to be a great day. I'm on it. I'm going to be doing it. I'm happy. I'm grateful to be alive. I woke up this morning. I'm healthy. I have another day on earth that I can make an impact. What did Sean say? Making an impact. All of you want to make an impact. I know I do. And so think of that, embrace that mindset that it's going to work out the way it's intended to work out. And another thing something else is, there's two types of mindset. There's a growth and a fixed. And many of you may have heard of this. There's a great woman. Her name is Carol Dweck, D-W-E-C-K. I don't know if some of you heard of it, but it's called The Psychology of Success. And I read it. She goes into a lot of detail with these two types of mindset. But basically, growth is you are embracing solutions. You're looking for solutions whenever you're faced with a challenge. So Chandra, whenever you have a condition, a situation, look for the solutions. How am I going to make this work? What do I need to do? Or what lesson did I learn? As soon as the situation happened with the situation I was sharing about my son, I said, okay, what's the lesson that I learned from this experience? And what will I do differently next time? I know what I'm going to do differently next time. Until I see a ring on her finger, I ain't getting involved, and I don't even want to meet her. Okay, I don't know if that could be happening, but I haven't told him that yet. All right, don't introduce anybody to me until got a ring on her. You're going to have to put a ring on her finger. Okay. So anyway, but what I'm saying here is that embrace that there are solutions, but looking for the solution, looking at what are the lessons that you've learned. Whereas in the fixed, okay, you're always staying in the pity party, or you're looking at the problem all the time, and you're saying nothing's going to change. I don't even know why I'm bothering. I'm just gonna give up. I'm just not gonna find a solution here because it ain't gonna work. So why should I bother? So you're coming from that mindset that it's already done and it's not gonna work. So why do I even try? Like Coach Toy helps with career development, right? And I have done some training with careers, and a lot of people have the mindset that I'm too old to get a better job. Why should I even try and learn new skills? Well, who's going to hire me because I'm too old? But what if you learn some new things? What if you have some new skills? What if it works? What's the worst thing that can happen? If we start to shifting the way we think, the words that we use, it's really going to get better. So when we release those expectations is when I saw things getting better, because sometimes we want to control situations. Anybody else have any story they want to share? Thank you, Susan, Chandra. Anybody else want to share mindset, stories? Go.
I just wanted to, yeah, I just wanted to share something really quickly. I wrote something down because I like the combination of both of the things that were said. Intentions outweigh expectations. And so
Intentions.
I'm going to write that on a post-it note and stick it on my mirror, because I just believe that you can always, like what we talked about earlier, like you can get in this mindset of expecting. And if you're not living up to those things that you're expecting, those expectations of yourself,
Yep.
then that can be stifling. And
Exactly.
so it's important to step back and say, for the day, I intend to be this today, and take it day by day.
Exactly.
Because if you try to get overwhelmed, you know,
It ain't gonna
can-
work. It ain't
yeah,
gonna
it
work.
ain't gonna
That's
work,
the
yeah.
thing. We try to do too much in one day. We put so
Mhm.
much pressure on ourselves.
Mhm.
And it's, make a decision every morning, like who do you want to be that, like, where do you want to be that day? What do you want to do? What do you intend? What are your
Mhm.
intentions again? Because when
Yeah.
I help my clients with figuring out their passion, the first thing we go through is intentions, is setting your intentions.
Mhm.
And what are we going to focus on? If we focus on the energy, the negative energy, because everything is energy. My book, Freedom, The 7 Steps to Thrive, I talk about energy. It's all energy. Money's energy, our physical, our emotions, everything is energy. So you look at your energy every day, and what you focus on expands. And if you're focusing on the negative things that are happening, guess what? More negative is going to happen. Can anybody attest to that? Because I know for me, if I have a negative and I keep staying in that place, I'm feeling even worse. I'm not feeling better because I'm not even looking in the solution. I'm staying in the problem. Poor me, poor Tina, and it's not going to work. It's not going to help you.
I can attest to that, Tina.
Mhm.
Just as an example
Yes, tell
of
me.
what I'm dealing with today.
Mm.
Well, I've been dealing with some things here about really, 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 really intensely in the last 4 years of my life. I've been in a really tough season.
Okay.
But the last 4 months have taken me to a whole nother level. Now, the reason why I can attest to what you're saying, and I love the fact that you were talking about fixed and solutions, because I think that's the danger zone when you stay fixed.
Yeah.
And I can attest to that, because I have done that
Me too.
even as of today. Here's my story. So as you mentioned earlier, you and I are in this collaboration, and we are in this event, and it's really quiet. And so then there was also an event for Pepper Chef this evening, and I could not get my link to work.
Mm.
So immediately, between the fact that the party is real quiet and the fact that I couldn't get that link, I had to really talk to myself very hard and say, you know what? The only thing you can do at this point is go. It's almost time for you to go to the event with Tina. That's all you can do at this point.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I made a solution and stopped. I got out of the fixation of the situation that I could not change. And I came,
Good.
I made a solution to come. I was
Good.
coming anyway, but I'm saying I put that aside. So I love that fix and solution, because you are so right. When we say fixated on the problem, our mindset will go further and further down. It's just the way it is. So I agree.
Thank you so much. And Sean, you should put the Facebook group link in the chat so that others here can join your Facebook group. It is a Pampered Chef Tupperware. We're doing this event, and then I go in every day and I put a post, and we have different topic, and I talked about imposter syndrome. Today is National Own Your Business Day. And I put in a blog, and I wrote about, how owning my own business, what it meant to me. And I put that in the group today. So Sean, put that link in there and
I sure will.
here, if they want to join, they can.
I sure will.
You see, a lot of times when we go into that deep, that fixed, is that we don't really not appreciate, but understand our value.
Mm.
We don't understand. This was something that has been shared with me, that I don't understand my value to give to others. And I thought I did, but it came up in a conversation. And that I don't understand my value and the value that I provide for others. And so I was like, so again, when we have these blocks, because I call them blocks, this is why things are not moving in the direction we want.
Wow.
Okay. And this is something that I've learned, and fear, fear plays a huge part in our mindset. And that's what also stops us from moving forward, is because the fear of success, which is another thing that has been shared with me, that maybe I'm afraid of success. And then if I get successful, what will people think of me? So let's stay here instead of going here. And that's why I'll use the words, well, it's okay. I don't need to be here because I'm comfortable right here. But why isn't it okay to be here? Think of what more impact I can make. Think of maybe I could donate more money to others when so because sometimes we just settle for small and we have that mindset, well, we don't need to be here. I could be here. I'm comfortable here. All right. And if you're in a job, same thing, or business. As a business owner, as a career woman, we sometimes are playing small. We are not elevating, and we just think it's okay where we are right now. We don't need to be higher, because if we're higher, what will people think of me? People are going to see me differently. They're not going to like me. I'm going to lose some friends. Yeah, you might. Okay, so next, it's okay. Maybe the ones that didn't belong around you are the ones that are going to leave anyway, and you're going to be surrounded by the right people. Because I firmly believe that you'll always be around. You will surround yourself with the right people. The right people will be in your circle. Okay, that sometimes the toxic, the bad has to leave. All right, we're almost at 10 of 8, and I do want to respect your time. Any comments? Did you find this valuable tonight? Was there anything more? Have a question, comments more about your own mindset and where you are? Thank you, Sharella, Suze, and Chandra for sharing, and Sean. Anybody else? Coach Toy, do you have anything you want to share? Or Amanda, Lisa?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, because I listened to everything, and those were some really, really good and very valuable, I might add. And one of the things that I say, particularly in coaching and even speaking on different topics, is that when we mentioned about value, because you just mentioned that, so it kind of popped up in my brain. But if I'm not having a conversation, and it may seem harsh because I'm the no sugarcoating coach, but this is just the way I work. It has to be a conversation of visibility, and it has to be a conversation of value.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how you reverse it, if you want to, but those are the conversations. If you're trying to start a business, if you're someone like me who maybe a team of one, whatever it is, everything about you have to value yourself, your product, your services, because it begins with capital Y-O-U. And so if I'm reaching out to you to have a conversation, those are really my expectations, even if the conversation doesn't go that way. But you have to think about it if you're trying to, with your mindset. I come right in, right away, right out the gate about being a conversation of visibility and value. And then I can reflect on, well, what was my behavior like when something didn't go my way? or you were trying to network, because we're even on the panel, you want to network and you want to gain, some traction in your goals. That's the whole point, right? So if you think about that, I like everything you said from the beginning, Coach Tina. You said beliefs, you started out beliefs, actions, behavior, and results.
Yep.
Well, the results will come from starting with the mindset. I always say it starts here. Every video, anything you see me speaking out there in Wonderland,
Yeah.
it starts with the mindset. And then I work my way down to the heartstrings.
Yep.
Because many times if we say, well, I don't understand my value, right? And the reason behind that is that you hadn't really thought it out. You said, well, I know my product is good. My services are wonderful, but I don't understand why no one is connecting with me. And then if they do, what is the level?
Mhm.
Will you buy from me? Will you purchase from me? Will you allow me to coach you?
Yep.
And pay for it, I might add.
And pay for it.
We
Right?
cannot
Yes.
be afraid. It is dollars and cents at the end, so there's some things, if we're doing what we love to do, my mindset right out the gate is before I even, as we try to connect, whether it's a call or what have you, or we're meeting in person, whatever it is, it still starts with my mindset, but I go into it in a positive way, even if it doesn't go the way that I was hoping it would, because
Exactly.
the next time that I go to meet the next person, it could be completely different. So you don't want to keep falling back into the past tense, because, and one last thing on that is we're really in the fourth quarter, right? So everyone's going to start saying, oh, I have up until December 31st, and then I'll do it. I got all this time. Or you're the other person that's saying, this can't be happening. It's mid-October and I just got so much to do, or I didn't even accomplish not even one goal for the entire year. So again, but your mindset, I would just say, if that's you, then reverse it and just say, that's fine. Just start drawing your line in the sand and say, look, I'm going to work on the things that I believe I can get done between now and December 31st and be happy about it.
Yep.
Because when we're not happy, well, that's not good.
No, it's not good. And you made me think of, at the beginning of the year, we have all these goals, and now, yeah, we're in the fourth quarter, and now it's like, oh my God, I got all these things I want to do. And then you're going to get into January again, and we're going to start all over again.
Yep.
So you got to really say, okay, what is it costing all of you if nothing is changing? And you're still in the same place where you were at the beginning of the year. And you're trying to figure it out on your own. You're not even working with someone. You're not investing with someone else. You're not investing in you. All right. So if you're not investing in you, how do you expect someone else to invest in you? Right. So it's that I'm not investing in my own development. So, but you want someone that when I'm going to be in business and I'm going to run my business full time, I'm going to expect them to buy from me. Well, you're not even investing in yourself. So do you believe in yourself? Okay. And then when something is so important to you, you'll find a way. The excuses are going to go away. So how long are you going to make excuses? Value your excuses more than your dreams, because you're valuing more your excuses than your dreams. And this is something that, that you have to think about it. And I'm not saying that you're making excuses, but what I want to say is that, for those of you that are going to listen here in the replay too, are you valuing more your excuses than your dreams? And what is it costing you when nothing is changing? And thank you, Suze, for pride. Yeah, pride is important. Sometimes our egos, our pride get into the way of not doing something, and it's hurting us. Okay, or we're comfortable. Again, we're comfortable. We don't elevate. We don't have a vision of ourselves getting higher, and we settle. We stop ourselves short, and we are worth so much more. Okay, any comments? And I'm going to stop the recording. And then if anybody has any questions, everybody put their info. I think everybody did. Thank you, Sean. I'll stop the recording. And thank you everybody for coming. Hold on.